Thank you very much. The music they play always reminds me of The Weakest Link. I feel like Anne Robinson's
mean,
about
yeah.
to show up and go, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Then, well, we won't be saying goodbye to a team after this map, but we'll certainly be saying hello to another stage in the upper bracket, Alex. There's going to be another final map here of Dust2, an exciting one. And remember, North took down Liquid on Dust2, 16-13 in this very tournament. So this is going to be an absolute banger. As Banks mentioned, this is the home map for FaZe. At least it's what we all consider it to be. It suits their playstyle. Nico, again, is going to be the absolute talisman of FaZe as we go forward here. We'll have a look at the buys they come through. 5 players towards B on the north side. Could be the straight up B rush here. They've got one smoke, the PD-50, the flashbang's going in. First kill for Guardian. It's an absolute brawl here, but it looks like Guardian, he's swinging the hardest punches. More kills with the P2000. It's another 3K, and Valdi, he's looking at 6s and 7s right now. Not really much he can do about this, as he'll be stuck in towards lower B, but not for long. Nico puts him out of his misery, and it's a clean sweep pretty much for FaZe.
Wow, the Glock train came just barreling towards the B site, and the angry conductor that was Guardian said no. That's a quick one. That is a open and shut pistol round case. One man was all it took to destabilize, and well, that's the conclusion. Nice quick start on the CT side.
You didn't even get to do your breakdown of the utility. You didn't even get a chance.
I mean, I love that as well.
I know. That's your favorite thing about casting. You couldn't even do it. But no bomb plant for North. Will dictate a full eco here. Nothing invested, as they'll have Glocks across the board. Nico with the USP in this round. He does like to AWP on Dust2 a lot. CT side, he'll be in that car every single time the AWP, and he is nuts in that position. So he might bring out the AWP early next round just to have that real jump on North in that first gun round. It's surprising.
The confidence is here, man.
It's not Guardian doing that. It's Nico who wants the AWP desperately.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Well, that's because Guardian's got himself an AUG round 2.
Exactly.
He is set.
Yes, I suppose. He got so much money in the previous round. He's like, you know what? I'm having some fun now, guys. I want the ego kills. But Neo, he'll be getting the first few. And it looks like he'll be dropped. But Nico, he doesn't want to go down here. Actually, now the AWP is not as easy to grab. It's still possible for him for sure. He's got 5,500 though, but he wanted to survive there and get a really strong AWP purchase with everything required. He buys the AWP straight away. Still had enough for Kevlar. No helmet. Actually not a big deal because he's up against 5 AKs here. So all good. He'll have the AWP. Guardian will stay on his AUG. A couple of kills there for North. Not the end of the world considering it's the full eco, but here's where the game really begins. The gun round to kick in. Round 3. You can hear Valda discussing the options here. Do they want to go for the default? Do they want to go for a fast mid attack? Nico actually just faced T-Spawn, knowing the fact they haven't got the AWP. I like him.
So it just the movement is just so robotic as he clears up middle. Olof, he didn't not get spotted. That's an AK just lying on the floor, ready for Olof's sweet embrace. He does manage to get away.
He's no gun. He didn't get a gun.
He didn't get it. Oh, this could be a real nightmare for Olof Meister. Nade, Kit, Kev, all now gone. Yugi, he does get punished for that. But that's a misstep.
I wanted to say, like, the option is there to get the AK, but when you get the kill, the MP9, I feel like you just got to get the hell out of there.
Clear
it was really unlucky, but yeah, he had no weapon, unfortunately. He dropped the smoke, did what he could. They still had the advantage, though, so not all was lost, that's for sure. As long control for North comes through, but look at Rain pushing up top of middle here. He's locked them in the long area. They can't leave now. They have to commit to this. If they fall back, he's almost certainly going to get a kill. They know they have no control here, but they do have a couple of smokes at least. They just have to go for this. They don't have the option to fall back, Alex. It's not looking good for North.
Second smoke's going in, and actually AZ, he loses his life, and they all do. Guardian's the last man to fill the kill feed, as is Neo. 3, just quick succession, no problems. And I mean, is that North victims of their situation there? Like that round lost a lot of its substance early.
Yeah, that's why you make those little plays with the MP9. We talked about this yesterday. If you can get an early kill like that when they're running a default, especially on Dust2, it shuts down everything. You've lost a kill there in low B, so now you've got to readjust. You've got to try and work out how you can get back into this round. They chose long, the Guardian there with the AUG, so strong. Like, people think he's a one-trick pony. He really is, and he can use the rifles to a world-class level as well. You saw that with the AUG just there. 5 players on the B side of the map again, but it doesn't look like the full commitment towards the site. Maybe setting up for a B split, or they could do the dribble smoke out of the tunnels itself, flash through, and just try and get players in towards the bomb site. Looks like they will be the latter. Here's the smoke I'm talking about. It's dribbles out past the step to allow you to take some vision away. That's exactly it, but it's not quite good enough. Olof Meister has a huge gap here. He's getting like 3 kills to this round.
Ladies and gentlemen, start to count. It's Olof Meister to teach you. 1, 2, and 3.
There you go.
Guardian got the other 2. Now that's double AWPs as well. They brought it into that round. Of course, North don't get that information because the round didn't last long enough for them to find it. But double AWPs are on the board, and it's Nico and Guardian. NiKo was in hot pursuit of it, and so we're going to be seeing this for the majority of their CT side. And a quick timeout called by Valda and his gang as well, just to perhaps get a lid on this before it spirals out of control.
Well, yeah, absolutely right there. Third and final map. Backs to the wall here on the T side. Idyllic start for FaZe Clan. They've gone into a double AWP setup now. Guardian 8-1. He is so sick on Dust2 as well. His B bomb site control on the CT side is second to none. There's not many AWPers that can hold that bomb site by themselves and consistently find 2 or 3 frags with low HP like this guy can. This has always been a mainstay in his map pool throughout the years of Counter-Strike. And Saucy was a god of Dust2. He continues that play here in CSGO. And we'll see if he can really get online now as we get into another gun round. Yugi with the AWP for the first time on Dust2 here. He will be looking for anyone challenging towards those mid doors. You won't see too many CT challenges there. It's a very difficult shot to hit against world-class AWPers. But 3 towards lower now for North.
And NiKo was on short. If there was a boost, it's not happening actually. There is 2 players there. Instead, he plays passive. On the line, Olof playing anti-flash. Gade's going to make that mid-presence known, or at least himself, firing off some bullets through the doors alongside his Molotov. And speaking of, I think that could be a problem for Olofmeister. Molly's going to land on his toes, and a Molly in response to stop that angle being swung on. Solid exchange of utility.
Yeah, this is very classic stuff so far. No one taking too much damage at all. Gade will take the most significant there. Nade hits him. Flashbang through. This is a classic FaZe play. These are the kind of plays they're trying to make an Inferno, if you remember. But this time, not as committed. Olofmeister flash, though, will be punished in the end, and that's a bit of a freebie for Gade there. Nice work with the flashbangs. The utility battle continues here. 5-on-4, though. Double AWP setup still remains strong. 53 seconds remaining now as NiKo gets himself boosted up in CT spawn, just trying to find that angle. Drops off, couldn't quite get it, but it's fine. No one there. That's even more intel than he was hoping for. He's patrolling middle now as they fall back towards long. This isn't looking good for North. How they get out here? Because Neo's going to take all this aggro away. Watch this. He'll be in such a perfect position to allow Rain to get 2 kills. Neo's not really aiming for much more than 1. Get the 1. The dink's enough. Rain gets nothing. I'm surprised at that. Now Neo's in a lot of trouble.
And NiKo, well, that's the end of him. He walked into Kjaerbye close range. Ooh. Neo, however, he's making good on that promise. Valda!
No way.
HP.
That's so unlucky.
Oh my goodness. If his gaming jersey was just a little bit thinner,
yeah,
that would have been the end of it. And that's Valda to close it out, puts a pin in it. Look at that.
He probably wins the round off that nade as well. Kjaerbye was 20 HP. He was in the long doors as well. If that nade gets the kill, I think he wins the round.
That's FaZe 5-0.
Yeah, I think that was really the difference makers. It's still a very expensive round for North, but so close for Neo there. Couple of strong frags, and this crossfire looked perfect. The fact that he gets a dink shows all that attention towards the pit. You'd think it was enough. These are impressive kills from Neo, though. The nade, it takes him down just to, 1 HP? That's so unfortunate.
I have to give credit to Neo, but also use this as a good way to explain how sometimes X-Ray can devalue frags.
Yeah.
Like, those Neo frags were, like, amazing. As soon as you rip that X-Ray out, you see just how little time he had to react, and sometimes we don't get to appreciate that. X-Ray, amazing, necessary information, makes CS as accessible as it is, but those frags like that don't get enough love.
The M4A4, and they know exactly where you are, and they've got AKs, those are very difficult shots, and yeah, he's nailed them, so that's great to see. 4-1 though, North finally post around here, but can they continue it? It's going to be round 6 here. Gade showing those mid doors right now. Still with a double AWP setup though on the CT side. It's Guardian, like I said, in that B bomb side. Such strong presence on that side of the map. And NiKo will be in towards CT spawn, just trying to look through the little gap here. You can see top and middle, T spawn. But there is plenty of players on the other side. And it's going to be NiKo that blinks first. Yugi finally wins out in a 1v1 duel, his second frag of the half. 5-on-4 again. They managed to convert this last time to a victory. And this is all about map control. We talked about this, Alex, so watch out for the reaction. Are they going to push long? Are they going to try and get tunnel control? Looks like Olofmeister, he's sitting in front of that smoke because he knows there's a chance they could try and do the dribble smoke again, and he'll be in between them and catch them with grey screens. That's what he's hoping for with 35 seconds. Smoke down again with the exact same mentality. He's hoping that they come through it. They know it as well. They have to bail out. They won't win that round.
Oh, and he's right behind
And he knows
them.
He's reading this so well. He's done such a great job.
Oh, the Bloodhound, and he's coming for it. Gets the first and backs away. He's trying to be an issue. He's trying to be a wrench in the works. And now Kjaerbye, that was enough of a response. He's made the call. Rain in readiness to deal with a very tight time limit. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. They haven't got a chance to get this bomb down. Yeah. Certainly not now. Valda, he had the bomb in his grasp. 4 seconds. Gade, no time. No round, and 5-1. FaZe goes straight back.
They die now as well. Gay gets no money. Yugi gets no cash either, but he survives. That was so well played from olofmeister, I can't even find the words to describe it. Yeah, he only gets one kill there, but the fact is that he just pushed them all the way back to the A site with less than 30 seconds remaining. They knew that he had absolutely done them there. That second smoke, there's nothing they could do. If they went through that, it's guaranteed round for Olof. He's getting like 2 or 3 kills. He gets one, sure, but the round is won and that one kill alone. There's nothing they can do to recover from that.
That was. I mean, that's the experience. You get to see that. That's cold, hard experience in action.
Yeah, proper veteran play. Real nice stuff.
Smoke from his teammate to support. He didn't have to move a muscle, didn't have to pull a pin, didn't have to make noise. Right on their tails. And so we jump into round 7. This is our 3rd map, loser to the lower bracket.
By the way, Gade has a Glock, no armor.
$100 in his bag.
That's so frustrating. They've missed the initial shot as well. Can they even get that AWP? Oh, no. I think they've grabbed it.
Yeah, Gade did. That Glock's been upgraded.
That's quite the upgrade.
Yugi's just looking out for his bro. Wanted to make sure he had a weapon for the round. And so that aggression, unrewarded, and quite the contrary, punished by Rain towards CT. AZ, he's looking to test the waters of Long. Neo, he's been pretty radical, keeping control of Long. He does it passively. He does it in off corners. You weren't ready for that one. Walks out and is met by Neo. Nico as well, ready on A. The nades are going to be keeping Kirby low. And oh, Valder even lower. He's burning. Neo's going to finish the job. Is started by Nico's molly. And Kirby's out as well. My goodness, FaZe have picked up pace.
Yeah, they're looking incredibly sharp right now. This is more like it from FaZe. I was so worried on Inferno. They look like a different team. If you'd have taken the names off the server, I would not say that's a pro team, let alone FaZe playing that CT side. They looked like they were falling apart. The comms were off. They were disjointed, I think would be the perfect way to summarize it. But Dust2, they really do know how to play this map. It's one of their mainstays. I really enjoy watching it. Like we said, North, they're no strangers to it as well. I think in the last 3 months, their percentage on Dust2, it sits at 91% in terms of victories. They've played it 11 times, so that's huge. And they beat, like I said, they beat Liquid on it. These are not slow teams they're beating on this particular map, but FaZe looks so good right now. 6-1 up, timeout called, the second one here for North. And we'll see if there's any funds available to actually get a buy together.
One of the funny kind of descriptions of FaZe Clan CT sides I've heard in the past is just read the rosters and then realize that every site has 2 of them.
Exactly.
You know, like that's and when they're all hitting shots, just read the ADR, read the kills. You realize there isn't a safe space for North to find. There isn't a site they should hit. It's all about just overcoming the adversity that is the FaZe Clan roster. Through, fast, and not going well. North, they're losing so much health before a bullet's fired. Look at them. Valde, he's got nothing left. They are out on Long, so you get your gold ribbon for that. But the next part, it's going to hurt even more. They've only got pistols, a bit of Kevlar, but that damage, that initial residual damage is just going to come back to haunt them whenever they choose to extend from Long.
Ooh. So trying to challenge...
What do you do with this, man?
You can't do much, unfortunately. You've got 1 smoke remaining, which is not enough to cross on towards the site. You've got Nico over North. There really is no option. You're just, at this stage, you're just bleeding out utility on the CT side. That's the only way you can make a dent in their finances, right? And Nico's just going to be having fun. The shooting gallery's coming his way, and he knows it. Nice reposition as well. He can sense the threat on the other side. Those paper-thin cars are not going to help you out too much, my friends. It's going to be Yugi to be dropped as well. Shouldn't be a single kill here for Gade. Nice work from Neo to close out. Neo's looking very good today, I'll say that much. Yeah. Definitely I've given criticism on Dust2 in the past. His long play, I would say, has been predictable, but they have been working on it from what I can see. The setups look much stronger, and it's going to be 7-1 now. FaZe are in cruise control. It's
such an interesting parallel to be drawn, the fact that we have Neo, you know, picking up the ropes of leadership. Valda picking up the ropes of leadership. One a newbie, one a veteran. I think that's a very interesting kind of journey to follow as they continue to play through this tournament. How does that leadership woe affect them on the scoreboard or elsewhere?
So those long smokes now are obviously designed to remove AWPers. We talked about how important long is in terms of real estate on the map. So now, yes, this is like a set piece. You've got long control, but you're not going to necessarily force your way up towards long. You just want to get your AWPer, there you go, in the pit ideally, and then you want to go back towards short. We talked about that pincer maneuver and map control need to be claimed by the CTs. Ideally, you want to see olofmeister push into B now, considering they've lost so much of long. They don't have much mid control. They've got 3 players on the B side of the map, so still quite happy with their setup. And Valda waiting for that reaction. He's in upper B right now, so what's going to be the final player from North? Keep Yugi in the pit, absolutely. But do they want to commit to that position and try and get away swap the A side through that? sort of
There's
push.
the dribble smoke you were talking about before. So Valda, he's thrown that to keep, and I tell you now, 3 players onto the B site responsible for middle 2. Nico, he's been dancing around Molotovs and smokes for some time now. Teammates have thrown another one, trying to keep the angle awkward and unpredictable on the car, and he still doesn't connect, but the presence is confirmed. Surely the rotate's going to start coming. It is. FaZe are on their way towards A, and still North are stationary.
How is Nico still alive? He's throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at them. Smokes, Molotovs, flashbangs, they're all banging him, and it's still he's finding the frags. Yugi will answer with one back, but it feels like Nico's not done. Well, he is now, but Rain's there. He's ready to push through this smoke and go for multiple frags. Only good for the one, though. Should be the open side now, but Guardian is there looking for the cross. AWP in hand, of course. Scope is ready. Bomb going down. I thought the no-scope, the jumping shot might connect, but here comes Olof on the backstab here. 2 kills found, and it's up to AZ now. He's been playing very well this series, Alex.
AZ's only had 1 frag this map. Has not been his best. Sensational on Inferno, great on Mirage, and now he has to triple his kills. That's 1. Tapping on the head, Guardian, he dances with him. Oh, it was so close, you could hear the click, running out of bullets, and ran out of life. He's gone, and that's 8 now to 1 North. The record on Dust2 is just adding so much more sweet, sweet Counter-Strike poetry to this whole mix of this series. The fact that North, yes, they had an incredible first map. Yes, FaZe and Nico blew up on Mirage, but now it's a case of North are 90% plus successful in the last 3 months on this map.
How many clutches have we seen from Guardian on the A ramp, close range, that AWP?
Yeah, he
just
knows
nailing that shot. Like, it's so iconic, I think, at least, just seeing him there in a 1v1 with the AWP. There's like, he's got no chance. He's got the orb. The rifle is going to get him. But every time he just seems to find the space and the shot required. And you can see, like, Yanko's just tapping on the shoulders, like, business as usual. It's like, nice one, man. Expected you to win it. Owned it. Nice work.
They called their first timeout on map 2. Of course, like we hadn't seen one on the first map. Now we find ourselves map 3, first half, round 9, and they've called 3. They've got 1 left for the game.
Yeah, they're not in a good
North
place
are lost right now.
Yeah, they can't find any sort of footing. They know the B bomb site where they try those contact plays. Guardian's going to be there. He's now moving around the map to kind of keep things interesting. He knows he's shown enough on that side. And for now, it's round 10. Bomb heads towards the B tunnels. Default setup from North. You got 1 outside long. Yugi and T spawn. 3 towards lower B as they go for that mid control. Flashbang towards short to push off any potential boost there. No boost there in sight. So they do have lower B and now middle. And 8 side open. Nico and Neo will focus towards long. So short would be the best bet now for North if they can get up there. But they're going to go towards middle. And Olof Meister, he's got the AUG. And they think better of it. Going to be dropping a flashbang. Is there a smoke towards CT? No, they do go out towards short, but bomb down and lower.
We'll see just what Kirby can do with that. He's trying to keep attention there. Still looking like North are a little scattered. Again, FaZe are comfortable. Despite the fact that North truly haven't hit B, they start there with 3, and the players on A are good enough to just seem to keep them at bay long enough for that rather brutal 3-man retake. Let's see. Looks like Yugi's lining a nade up alongside his teammate Valda. So, 2 smokes thrown towards the A site. It is Nico to receive. No smokes or Molotovs of their own, and actually it could be a mid to B. Oh, and Olof. It was actually Guardian caught now with a nade in his hand. Olof, Rain are both sitting ready on the site, and I keep thinking it's bloody Olof. Instead, he's caught Kirby on the push. Now Valda did get 1. Numbers still heavily favor FaZe, and it's extended once again by Olof. Nico shuts them down. They can play the same setup, and it just looks so good.
It's the mid splits and North keep focusing on. I'm not sure they're aware that FaZe are actually focusing 3 players on the B side of the map. 1 inside the mid area, like we just saw the double kill from the B boxes. 2 in the site, including a Guardian AWP. You got to be very brave to keep throwing that mid split at them. It's a very common setup from FaZe as well. North need to start being more aware of it. The rounds that work against FaZe, from what I've seen, are the quick ones through mid doors. The ones they aren't expecting when they're setting themselves up. If you run these defaults and try and pick them off, you're going to get shut down. I love this from Nico, reading the money really well at this point. They're just riding the coattails of lost bonus right now. Galil's, AKs, it's desperate out there. 3 players with no grenades. They're going for another B contact play. Same dribble smoke, but you can see what it means to them. Incendiary comes in straight away. They might have a secondary backup smoke here. They were trying to bait out the utility, but do they go off? It's the same gap Olof was given shifted before. This time the flashbang a lot more effective.
That's exactly what they needed, but Nico, he strikes right back. Close quarters, it's going to be a challenge. He does have to get another one here, and Kyobi's going to take that from him. Now the rotate's on. It's going to be Ray. He pushes through the smoke. He's going to have to pump the brakes a little bit. Flashed, and does back away. Starting to regroup as the site is taken, and perhaps even just conceding. They've won so many rounds. Why not keep hold of that money? That is not an easy retake to have.
Well, there it is. North focusing towards B again, but this time a lot more successful. They did preempt the utility being received. They waited for the incendiary before committing, and at that point, the same gap was there, but they flashed it this time. That was the difference maker, right? Olaf Meister thought, I've got it again, rubbing his hands. He was there. Another 3K. They've given me the same gap, but they flashed it, pre-fired it. That's the way to clear it out. They've obviously learned their lesson, so it does work out for them. Much better for North on a really difficult buy as well. I think they had 3 Galils and 2 AKs there, so nice work from them to get that pre-fire in. Once you get that first kill, the snowball effect on the B bomb site can be astronomical. It's Guardian in the back with the orb. As long as he doesn't find multiple kills, it was actually Nico in that round. As long as he doesn't get multiple kills, you're okay. They shut him down quickly. They swarmed him the way they should instead of really hiding and trying to pick him off one by one. You got to get on top of the orb. Make sure if he gets 2, that's fine. Still get a plan. You're still going to have those smokes, but they did a very good job there.
And you've had such a deadlock for so long. You're Valda in this scenario that I've just started to set up.
Okay.
You've had that success now. You've kind of figured that out to an extent. When nothing else has worked, I mean, it must be tempting to want to call something similar.
Well, the thing is, it's just so difficult to play against FaZe right now because you can see now they have 3 players towards long. They feel like that they're moving around. They're so nimble on this map on the CT side. Sure, you've just done a great play towards B. You're going to assume they're going to kind of boost that side of the map, but they actually haven't here. Incendiary goes in, they have to commit. What a read from FaZe. Neo's lined up for a couple of kills. Somehow it's easy with a double, though.
Neither were headshots. Just pumping him full of lead.
They must have lined up for him. One was through the smoke, potentially. I'm not sure, but it was looking perfect. Neo, with the grey screen effect there, the double doors, looked like he was good for at least 1 kill there. It was Nico to open things up, but somehow man advantage for North. But do they capitalize upon it, though? Still a lot of work to do here.
This is an olive branch from AZ.
Yeah.
Trying to find success. Looking for 3. I mean, a 9-6 half. Suddenly we've got a game on our hands. Valda, he's looking to extend it. Just Guardian and Olaf then. The bomb should be going down. There's a Molotov to even stop any contention. And Olaf elsewhere. He's locked out. So we do see North pick up the 3rd then, unless Guardian is up to his old tricks. But I think that's all said and done.
Well, in terms of opening kills, to paint the picture as to how we got here, it's FaZe Clan before this round. We're up 8-3 in terms of opening kills. So that kind of suggests how we got to this position in the first place. They were getting picked off one by one, couldn't really sink their teeth into their defaults, just couldn't find any sort of openings. But now, again, this kind of pack mentality of getting in there together seems to be working out for them. Somehow, AZ with a double kill towards long. I'm not sure how. I don't want to use the word lucky. I would just say fortunate. That
Miraculous.
Second kill.
Let's stick with miracle, man.
Yeah, we're just going to stay without that line. But I feel like it was a lineup through the smoke. I'm not sure he even saw 2 from the smokes I saw, at least. It didn't look like 2 were even visible. But you take those all day long. If you get 2 kills along, you got to commit towards A. And FaZe will still have cash, but not a boatload of it. They save an AUG, and I think they'll take the timeout now, surely, just to discuss their options. They're not going to force. I can't confirm that. Reigns bought a Deagle, P50 on Neo. They've got a huge buffer here. We talked about it being like T-side, not so much favored, but that's where you'll see the majority of these top teams find most of their rounds. Did the second kill come
straight through the smoke?
Okay, so there you go. So you only saw 1 and luckily got 2.
The last 2 bullets of his spray on the first just ended up
like you said,
connected.
There was no headshot. I was like, that's bizarre. How did he possibly get 2? But that explains it all. So the saved AUG will be boosted towards short. Nice call. This is a really sensible way to operate with it. You can do the NOA boost towards middle as well, but that works fantastically well. Gade goes down quickly, and now they can reposition. Where does Guardian go next? He's shown presence towards short, now going down towards CT spawn, trying to find his next kill. Oh my god, the damage is great. Valda takes a bullet to the face through the doors.
It has been 3 seconds since he got that first frag, boosted on short, and now Olaf Meister, responsible for B, does more than required. My goodness, kills Kyobi, gets a weapon. They could actually turn this one around now. It's 2 AUGs and a Deagle in the hands of Rain. Deadly. That's for certain. Neo, he's in a similar naughty corner, but AZ, he's too smart for that one. He will check it. Oh, the X-ray is just on the other side of the smoke. Chooses to back away, and Valda takes that as his cue to advance. There's so many in middle. Olaf's going to get the info and a peek from Nico. Just the USB for him, doesn't stop him from connecting. And FaZe Clan with 1 AUG and a couple of sidearms are now just 1 frag away from the double digits. Yanko loves it, FaZe Clan love it, and I'm sure the fans do too. 10-3 in a series alone, they've had a full story arc.
You're absolutely right. This is just looking so good for FaZe. If we break it down to the numbers right now, in terms of ADR, there isn't a single player on North that has a higher ADR than the lowest performer on FaZe right now. That kind of just says it all, right?
Yeah.
That's a shout out to the guys crunching the numbers back there. We've got SEO crunching those numbers day in, day out for us. He's doing a fantastic job in providing me that information. It's a shout out to him. That's
Definitely.
a great stat.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And it's stats we otherwise wouldn't have had access to.
Yeah.
So much love. It's a resource we are only just getting used to. Nice work from Nico. They tried to do something a bit fast, try and catch the CTs in setup, and FaZe their setup the second the round starts. My goodness. Ooh, nice little bit of damage onto Rain and Nico. But North, they once again just kind of congeal towards double doors, a bit of short, bit of lower. And some aggressive CT maneuvers from FaZe Clan. Gade has to hit that shot, he has to find the second, but not enough. 4v3, the numbers still favor FaZe Clan.
Absolutely do. Two players towards middle from the North side. They're going to Molotov in towards spawn, hoping to flush a player out. Not going to happen. In terms of the general setup, we have Guardian and Olofmeister patrolling B, and it will be Nico tucked in towards Goose. Rain at short. They've got a very strong hold on the map right now. No real weaknesses to speak of. Nico with the AWP looking down towards A. Long that is, and Guardian is hitting headshots apparently on Yugi. So that's not bad at all either. This is when you know things have gone wrong. You're in a 4-on-2, 30 seconds left, you're in T-spawn. It really couldn't be worse than this right now.
Yeah, like, you know, everyone knows that feeling when you're playing a video game and like your skin's getting all hot and like your hands a bit too sweaty and you're like rubbing it off on your t-shirt.
Nothing's working out.
You're like adjusting your mouse pad. You're like
the resolution's being changed.
I mean, if you're that guy, your crosshairs a different color. And we've all been there. We know that feeling, except this time that they are getting crunched as professional players versus professional players who truly have hit their stride. I mean, look at Inferno, look at this. It's two different teams. Get rid of the names, two different teams.
That's why best of threes are considered like the holy grail of Counter-Strike, and that's why there's such a discussion around it. Because imagine we just had a best of one. It was 16-3 or 16-4 in favor of North, and that was it. And that was the end of the run for FaZe. Everyone's like, they've dropped off. This team isn't the same anymore. But the best of three adds so much more context to the team in general. They can warm up into a series. It could have an off map. They might not stylistically match up against North on Inferno very well. That's why the best of three really does kind of separate the wheat from the chaff, I would say. 15th round now as we see the desperate buy from North. They did save a couple of weapons that Galila's brought out. Valda with just the Molotov here. They need this round. They desperately need it. What's the play? They are going to pick up the pace. Faster up towards short this time. Olofmeister there down towards CT spawn. It's Neo who has the utility in place. The HE is going to do a lot of damage here. Gade will take the majority of it. Yeah, it's really quite painful over in that short position.
Across two maps, Gade has just been eating HEs, down now to 58.
Just to know, Neo's got 300 utility damage in this first half, so he's doing a great job in that department.
Playing long. I mean, he's just chucking that at exactly the right moment.
Yeah.
This time towards short, of course. 11-3 CT side. Final round of our third map's first half. Still all standing. North. If they got the utility for an A take, they've got the smokes available. Just a lot of scary names, potentially, should they choose to commit to this. And I am seeing the posturing to suggest they are. Gade may even go for a CT drop. Oh, he can't even get down there. Just as his boots leave the ground, Nico plucks him from the air. On the cross, though, not so lucky. Now they're starting to get some site control, but are they ready for the man on site? It is Neo. Not quite. Yugi shuts him down with his Galil. He's going to upgrade and get that bomb down. So now a 2v2. Level stead. And retreating to long with an after plant AWP. That's a dream for AZ.
Yes, but the bomb is down for short.
Oh, the plant.
Yeah, if Yugi goes down, they're in a lot of trouble here. Incendiary will flush him out of position. He knows it, and yeah, sure. AWP along's great and everything, but he knows he's done for. Nothing he can do. He has his knife out and just hope he can even get in a position to see anything.
I didn't see the plant spot. I just assumed, I'm like, he's picked up the AWP and he's running. This must be good news. Okay, well, that's a 12-3 half, and I think I'll just stop talking, let AZ's face do all of the rest.
He knows what's happening. It doesn't look good. It's 12-3. We'll take a halftime break and see if North have got anything left to say.
We're back, and the Hollywood blockbuster that is FaZe Clan versus North, looking to be close to conclusion. The Danes can control all of that. They switch to the CT side with just 3 rounds under their belt, and we are underway. Machine Henry G residing in the casting booth, and we've got ourselves an interesting one. FaZe, they look to maintain this aggression, maintain this pace, and start off with a bang.
They can really play a loose Dust2 here, and that's their favorite way to play. If you can get rolling, your players are fragging, you don't have to call too much in terms of the tactics here, Alex. A pistol round victory would pretty much solidify their chances of proceeding through the upper bracket here, and we'll see if they can do it right here, right now. It's going to be 1 smoke, make it 2 available, and a Molotov as well. Cheeky decoy for Olofmeister. B split looking very likely at this stage. Molotov towards the back of the platform potentially to kind of avert that risk. And for now, USP's ready and waiting on the B side of the map. It's Kiabi who will be in CT spawn. So that dribble smoke again. We're seeing that so much.
Every time I see it now, I can just think dribble smoke. I'm glad you gave it a name. Now I can see it.
Yeah, there you go. So there's going to be Olof just trying to take all the attention away to that B side of the map just before he comes in. He Molotovs to back platform, as we mentioned, and now the B split comes in. How does Gade get multiple kills here? There's the first. Oh, well, that's how he's going to do it. Lovely work. AZ still can shut this one down. Not like this. No.
He just catches Olof, catches Neo, and stabilizes. His hands a little shaky. His knees are weak. But absolutely no spaghetti on the menu. That's going to be 12 then to 4 as North. I mean, that was a recipe for disaster. Gade, he saved the day. A quick double kill, gave time, and destabilized FaZe enough for that AZ 2-piece.
Yeah, AZ looked like he was in disarray after that first half. We saw the camera on his face just before we went to the break, and had he lost that round due to those couple of kills being missed, it would have been an absolute nightmare. But he recovers. USP is so difficult to get back into a situation like that, so fair play to him. He didn't panic too much, nails the kills in the end, and that's all that matters. It's going to be 12-4. The mountain, the huge ascent, it's there, but it's possible. They can do this now.
No, they've got the gear on.
They've got the gear on. The boots there.
To base camp.
Exactly. They've just got to the bottom. They're going to see what they can do here. And for now, it shouldn't be too hard. As just against the PD50s and Glocks here, there was no bomb planted in the pistols. So AK's in the third, and a chance to try and get the bomb down, usually towards short. You've got that one flash, but they're going to try and get a kill at long first. And look at Valda. It's tucked in as Yugi will bait him in with the scout.
Couldn't be a more perfect weapon for this as well. Yugi, he's going to try and have all eyes on him. Valda, he can just swing with this SMG. That's the shot, and that's the spray. Can he get a third? He can't, but Yugi can. Keeps things under lock and key. Olof's the only one from short, and Kyobi's got an AUG for that situation, so no problems there. Nico, he has scavenged away an MP9 and somehow managed to get Yugi out of that one with the P250.
That's kind of insane to get 2 kills from that. Like, yes, North win the round, but they'll be a bit gutted they gave those 2 up. Like you said, that setup couldn't have been more ideal for the play that was presented. The fact that Yugi gets the scout shot in, you got the MP9 down, he still lost 2 kills. So not the end of the world, but certainly going to hurt them if they lose this one. Money's going to be very poor indeed. You can see there was definitely the chance for a third. Nice work by Neo with the P250. But still, here comes that first gun round. AKs across the board for FaZe. Xbox smoke going down courtesy of Neo. 1 for mass for Gade, and that's where it hurts in terms of the finances. Not as strong as it could be. Smoke towards Xbox, fast-paced gameplay here, and lots of damage from AZ towards that short position. He's done very well to take 2 players down to around half health. Oh, long control from Valde as well.
That's a big position, of course, for those unfamiliar. That shadow really does make the spot oh so powerful.
And you can't see your own shadows in CSGO. A lot of pros maybe overlook that fact, and it doesn't even matter here. Valde here's the reload. That can sometimes give away a frag in itself. You hear a reload, you might as well swing on it. It's a solo position to hold in a default. Neo's reloaded, go around and kill him. So nice work.
Could I quickly reload, weapon switch, bait them to push me?
You could, but you probably will be in the same sort of trouble.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Anyway, I'm in trouble no matter what. Yeah. The damage done to Rain and Nico could come back to haunt them if they want to try and find 13 here. It's going to be a tough round, and so much utility left on AZ and Gade. They can slow them down as this clock continues to dwindle. There's a molly.
Doesn't tick, though, just to know. Just so he doesn't give up his position.
Did lose just 6 points of health, I think, to it.
Maybe you're right. I didn't hear the tick.
And there's... Oh, he's ahead of it this time. That's for sure. Oh, this is so bad. 18. He gets away. A smoke no longer available for the assault, and that leaves them with just 1.
It's a long push as well from Valde, so this is looking fantastic for North. Shouldn't be much chance of giving this round up. They don't need to push for these kills, though, however. They don't know how low the HP is, but that should confirm the round. 5 on 3, Guardian down to just 18. He's in T-spawn right now, and Valde should take care of him. Not if he's going to get clothesline like that, though. Guardian hangs him out to dry, and we will get into 4-on-3 situation. Still one smoke available,
9
3
seconds,
flashes.
man. I mean, like,
that's a good point.
What do you do?
Not much.
Just gonna kind of think about that one for a little bit. Valda, his long control. I mean, I wish I was watching his POV or his, watching his dot on the map, because he got that so quick. We cut to his camera, he's already got it. He must have just been walking.
Well, remember the fact that these guys watch the demos every single time. He'll be aware on the default, for example, if it's Neo, he holds long, and on defaults, he holds towards the long doors as well. That's very common on the maps like Dust2. You'll play a mirror of what you play on your defense. If it's a default, if he doesn't detect a long push, he knows Neo holds a car, for example. So he can maybe sneak in with his MP9 and cause a bit of chaos there, waits that reload, gets the kill. So it's all about getting the information, the tendencies of the opponent you're going to be playing against.
I love how long you can talk about acquisition of information in Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant.
There's so much.
Kirby and AZ working together to get the job done. Bob the Builder would be proud. Guardian did manage to trade back, and Rain, his retrieval mission didn't cost him too much. Just into the molly for a moment, and Valde, is he doing the same again? Rinse, repeat. And will the same success? There's 3 backs turned right now. Is anyone going to have the intuition? It did look like Neo thought about it. He was actually just turning from the flash, and another one from Valde. The flash from Kirby from short. Perfect synchronicity.
They are looking sharp, and this is one thing we have noticed on the FaZe side. When they are playing T side on Dust2, they are vulnerable to flanks. They don't seem to have a solid control of that. This year especially, they don't know how to handle a B push, for example. Long can be overlooked sometimes, and that's a prime example. Valda's now pushed long twice, 2 rounds in a row, and got multiple kills for it. So sure, we're not too worried just yet. This is fine. But it gets to the point now when the gap starts to close, that's when you see the really loose FaZe gameplay come out. That's when Nico just starts running through mid doors and killing everyone. I mean, which is a great approach. That works. But that's when you know things get a bit desperate for them, when they start losing those picks all over the map and they're forgetting about certain choke points.
Timeout called by FaZe Clan. We can take a quick timeout as well. You can see their money. It's around that 3K region, so that's a conversation that they're going to be having for a later date. But this ascent that we talked about for North, they were on their way to base camp. What are they now?
I would say
is it? 4 in a row?
They're a good 28% up the mountain right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They've hired Sherpas.
Yeah, they've got a hot chocolate.
Oh, nice.
They've got themselves a little cabin going on, a log fire. They're warming their feet up, just getting ready for day 2. It's been a successful first outing. And
morale is high.
Yeah, and he's got pure oxygen running through his veins right now. Tank's full.
Yeah, it's all that running he does, man.
Exactly.
He runs in the mountains. He's used to it.
That's what it's all about. So double orb setup on the CT side. No force from FaZe, but they have got scouts. We know how deadly Nico and Guardian are in general, the snipers, but this is a tall order. Nades exchanged towards long. Neo just about gets hit by it at the mouth of the long doors there. Round 20. I really do feel like this will go the distance now. FaZe, I think that they had to close it out quickly. Their Dust2 is very good. They've got good numbers on it generally. Oh, yeah. It's just the T side, unless they really get rolling, that's when they can fall apart somewhat.
And there is a reason that North have a 90% win rate on this map.
Yep.
Yes, opponents, sure, but they beat Liquid on it in this very tournament, in the very same chairs they sit in now. So limited buy from FaZe Clan, and so far haven't had to pay too much of a heavy price to get up short. Smoked off, but the fact that they're all moving suggests that smoke may not necessarily be the wall it looks like.
Run boost just to get Neo down there. Nice work, actually. Nimble footwork from the pole, but not going to lead them to much more. On these sort of ecos, it's very common to go towards short because we know that short plant is available. If you get just 1 kill, normally it enables you to get a plant. You can really see the coach trying to focus on Yugi right now. They need him to come online. He has not been in this series really at all with the AWP. It's not too late, though. They've got double orb setups now. The comeback is on. He still has time to show us what he's capable of with the AWP. 11 kills to his name. Let's have a look at some of these shots from his POV. Pretty simple by his standards, but it boosts the confidence, Alex. That's all he needs, is to kind of get his head back in the game and realize he is landing shots and he's not missing, and he still is a world-class player. Everyone has an off game, but it's not too late to get back into it.
It sounds silly, but yeah, a round like that can do so much.
It really does.
For a player in an intense series like this. Final map, of course, if you have just joined us and you've joined us at the perfect moment, North looking to forge what would be a monumental comeback. FaZe, they did so much of the heavy lifting in their defense, and now North, well, they're looking to do exactly the same right back.
Oof, that shot looks so close. A player does sneak out middle. AZ, he'll have the AWP, the secondary of this squad, and that's a relatively recent change. He was brought in to the secondary up about 6 months ago. It has worked out. They don't run it too much.
Does Kirby peek on that? Rain was playing comfortably anti at that wall, so now He's chosen to fall off quite early into this round. Nades do rather unsubstantial damage. It was interesting that AZ, he fired one shot at middle and then went straight back to B. He knew that that shot would be enough to like buy him 20 seconds.
Yeah, so the orbs here, boys, you might want to fall back. Yeah, it's a good point. AZ now has full control of B, and it's the A play coming in. Is this the setup, though, with the smokes to remove vision from Yugi? There's the flashbang. He misses a shot, surely goes down here, needs backup from his teammate. Rain can only find one. 4 versus 3, bomb planted towards short, courtesy of Neo, but players beneath him and Nico. This is the kind of round he thrives in. When there's kills available, he knows he has to step up here. He's finding headshots, but Gade's got a couple more. 3 versus 1 for Guardian. Another iconic situation for him. If he hits the first shot, there's a slight chance he'd have to go for the quick scope on the second, but it's another round for North. They're pulling this right back, Alex.
They really are. Valda, a huge factor in that. We talked about the leaders, and both of them are delivering. Valda, top of the scoreboard, 16. Neo, nearly top of the scoreboard, 14. Everyone's rather uniform on FaZe, with Guardian just edging above the rest. But both of these leaders trying to do both now, trying to spin 2 brand new plates of fragging and in-game leading at the same time. And both of them doing a fantastic job, looking to stay in that upper bracket. And it is quite the luxury. I just want to remind you that I think they're 1 spot from playoffs should they win this. So that is a dream. I'll double check that. Oh, I can kind of hear Yanko's feedback. Wait. Let's go. That's what
got it. Nice. Good insight,
all right.
Man.
There you go.
That's what that microphone's for.
Spoilers.
They're going to say, let's go. So that's why I said it looked like AZ shot was dead on there. Thanks for the replay. It looked like to me it was pretty much there, but not quite going to connect. Gade, he's stepped up in some crucial moments. Here's the scoreboard for you at the very top. Guardian for FaZe Clan, Valda, as Alex mentioned, at the top for North. AZ starting to catch up now. The rest of them are. They're all hovering on double digits. And this is anyone's game now. It's wide open. It's FaZe who have not posted a single T round. We said they had their vulnerabilities on this side of the map. And when things start going wrong, Nico just starts pushing middle and killing everyone. That's normally the fail-safe. That's when everything goes wrong. They just send him out there and go for frags. He hasn't committed to it just yet, but it looks like he's posturing around that position. Yeah,
and Neo, he's had issues with Long, with Valda and his aggressive maneuvers earlier on in this defensive half for North, of course, for attacking for FaZe, and now just responsible for staring at it. The rest do start to group up, and actually rather... haven't quite seen the SG pre-fire that for as long as it did.
So we've played 6 rounds so far in the second half. FaZe have accumulated 9 kills in total. That is almost a mirror of what North presented in their first half. This is like turning on its head right now. This is North giving out equal treatment they received in the first.
Oh, we even tagged Neo on the cross. That is a spicy little stat as well. Double orbs now from North. That was very effective for FaZe Clan's defense. Let's see if it can do the same. Yugi and AZ, of course. Henry outlines a newer move for him. It does look like Gade and AZ were flirting with the idea of pushing tons for a bit of information, but you can see Olaf Meister sticking around, and they throw another smoke of their own. Kirby through doors. He's going to be able to handle all of it. No trouble, the meat grinder. And he hits the big red button. 3 down. Now Olaf and Guardian, what can you do? Well, that's a start. Slaps Valda for any aggression. But with 20 seconds left, the bomb on the other side of this deadly meat grinder we've already outlined. Kirby, he is going to have some hot toes, but not enough. Another one. Kirby is having his ace stolen from him by AZ.
That's a big round, though. So those flames didn't even touch him. He was just tucked in the corner. Fire all around him, dancing with the devil, but he finds 4 kills, and it's going to be double digits now for North. 12-10. No bomb going down in a lifetime, it feels like, for FaZe. They have got themselves in another eco situation, at least the partial buy. Kiabi just styling on him with a shaky spray that he's known for. It's very, very good. And we're going to have, yes, indeed, the partial buy from FaZe. A long push of flashbangs. These rounds aren't impossible. They can steal these ones away. We know that. North need to hold on.
Mac 10, and he's not stopping. Charges forward. It's close quarters. They're all doing the dance. They're both so low. He only gets 1, but Guardian's there to finish what he started. That's gone oh so well, and it's going oh so much better. My goodness, just 2 remain. AZ, Gade. AZ could not be in a worse position right now. He's worried about Long. There's 1 above him. He's got an AWP. That picture sucks. What can Gade do, though? Maybe he can Bob Ross the hell out of this one.
Yeah, there's still a chance of that kill from Gate. At 3-on-2, if the bomb was planted, that would be the nightmare mode. But the fact it's not, they still have a chance here. Remember, FaZe have not posted a single round on their T side just yet. What a shot that is from Gade.
Wow. Clinical
as he takes down Olaf Meister. And AZ seems like he's in position for another. Not going to happen, but they have made their way towards the site here. Guardian nails the shot. He did actually get hit somehow right through the edge of the wall. And it's up to Gade now, the AK-47. Does he nail the first one? He does not. The first round that FaZe find is due to a long rush with P250s. We said it's the kind of round they steal away, Alex, and my God, did they ever.
FaZe are a character of themselves. They're a caricature is a better word for it. It truly is. FaZe Clan, they hit a brick wall. They can't find an answer on their T side after a spectacular and looking indomitable in the first. And of course, it's a Mac-10 Nico tagging up to, jumping through smokes and flashes that brings home their very first. They break the drought, but can they push on this?
So we've got Rain now very, very fast towards short. They are picking up the pace. Nico's out towards long as well, looking to find those quick frags he's known for. There's the first. Just let him off the leash, boys, and he will take down everyone in his path. Yugi's the first member to be dropped. 4 players up towards short. This is more like it from FaZe. This is what they're known for, sticking together and hitting every single shot, and no one can shut them down. It's going to be the 4-on-2, and that's going to find them round 14.
Someone take a screenshot of that. The POV from the North player was 4. 4 members of FaZe. It could have been 3. I'm just exaggerating because I'm excited, but there was just a line on short. It was 4?
Yep.
4 of them just staring at you in a straight-up static line. That's terrifying, and they're all there.
The looser play. Do you know I alluded to at the beginning of this half? I said, now they can play a looser game and just do what they do best. I feel like they were in their heads a bit too much at the start. They thought after they lost the pistol, they slowed it right down. They're just in the default. As soon as they just group up and give themselves opportunities to find headshots, they're delivering. Nico alone towards long. Let him just get that kill. Let him cause chaos. The rest of you can pick up the pieces from there. That's what they need to do. That's what they should be focusing on. Money starting to get to a bit of an issue now. There is a buy for North considering they saved 2 weapons, but FaZe in touching distance now of completely taking this series. It would be a bit of a reverse sweep considering the way the second half has gone. It felt like a lock-in in the first, 11-4, but still, North alive and kicking, at least for another round here, as FaZe pick up the pace, and that was very impressive. A lovely round from them.
I mean, that's 2 rounds in a row where it truly does. I know it's used a lot, let off the leash. Truly with Nico, I think it is. Sometimes I think FaZe are telling him, no, please, don't do X,
that's
don't do Y.
whenever they come alive on Dust2 side, it just seems like Nico just says, I'm going to go do this. You guys do whatever the hell you're doing. I'll go get a kill on this side of the map.
I'll kill long.
And he's using the Krieg as well, by the way. Just to note that.
Sure.
That was pretty cool to see.
And now back to what works. 4 AKs and the AWP for Guardian. Quite the contrary. 4 Orgs for the CTs as they're going to be jumping into a do-or-die round. North, you've had question marks around your long hold 2 rounds in a row. They're on 14. How does this work? And the spawn from Guardian suggests it might be something similar.
Yep, so if you weren't here earlier, if you get your AWP in that long spawn, you're taking it every single time. You don't need any technical flashbangs. You just need to beat them there, but there's no CT presence. This time, North focusing towards short, but Guardian still has full-on control. He's confirmed that area is clear. It's Yugi pushed off, looking for the opening kill here. They're starting to flounder now, not looking as comfortable as AZ's dropped towards middle. Yugi, he knows he needs to find a frag. What's the play? Does he push off any further? He really is in an isolated position. Nico confirms it. This is looking like series point now. 5 versus 3 as they start to make their ascent towards the A site. Bomb down. For now, they don't have to fully commit to this. FaZe can just put the brakes on a little bit. They got a 5-on-3. No one has to overextend, but they have got full control of the A site. I don't see a world where they give this round up.
I mean, for North, it's a tough decision, right? I mean, you might just have to accept this. Do you play for OT?
This scenario, I think you have to, yes.
It looks impossible.
Your money's not there. You've got 3 players up right now. Bombs down. You're not winning this one. And Olaf Meister's on the hunt. He can smell blood in the water. And we'll see whether the former star can take to the skies once again, Alex. Olaf Meister waiting to find any orgs in that B bomb site. I thought he might be a little bit more aggressive than that. He's just going to hold him towards the tunnels.
I mean, admittedly, he's 10 HP. He's hoping to have someone.
That's a good point. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I'm here for you, man.
That's a good catch.
Teamwork.
Could have been awful. Could have fallen apart for me. That could have been the end of the career.
Making the dream work. I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you. And they are all pushing. Watch this. They are hunting them down. This could very well be determining on how this whole game closes out. Can the Danes keep hold of their weapons? It does seem to be the case. A couple of wild shots, but nothing particularly of commitment. To clap from Yanko, that means one thing, match point.
Yep, he's happy with that. 5 of them, to be exact. North do save their weaponry. They still have the AWP, but it's going to take 5 clean rounds now just to get overtime. Now, they are a tenacious team. We talked about that comeback last week, 14-3 down against MIBR, and Inferno managed to bring it back in overtime in their favor. This is a tall order, but certainly not impossible. We'll see whether they can continue this now. It's going to be Nico. You can see how much looser he looks. Just let him off that leash, Alex. See what he can do. Let him just take the spawns. He'll find you frags. On Dust2, that's his specialty. Forget your defaults. Forget your set pieces. Just send Nico into an area. He'll find you a frag.
And he's done it again. That's twice in this map alone. He's stopped someone mid-jump. Their feet never touched the ground. Certainly not with their heart still beating. 4v4 now. The Molotov perfectly placed by the smoke, and now, but because he's extinguished it, eyes are turned, but not on Meister. He wasn't ready for Kjaerbye. Tags up Guardian as well as he goes for the high flash. I'm not sure it's going to catch him. It doesn't, but doesn't stop Kjaerbye fragging, as does Valda. This is not over yet. Gade confirms we're going a little bit further north. They've lost a couple of good climbers on this mountain ascent, but they continue.
They continue, Alex. We really are getting the most we can out of this idea of the mountain climb. They are near the top, but it's going to take 4 rounds. Double orbs that are back out. AZ will have that. This is still possible for them. They've had a great CT half. Remember, they were up 7-0 before FaZe even posted around. The only access they had was that eco rush towards long. Before then, they were just running defaults. They were losing the first pick every time. Their clutches barely even possible. There was only 1 bomb plant before that long rush of pistols. They picked up 3 rounds off the back of that. They found series point, but now they need to slow things down again. The timeout comes through. FaZe have called it this time, so they just want to work out how they finish this right here, right now. Do they go back to the defaults or do they continue with this chaotic play?
It's nice to get there with some laissez-faire, do what you want.
Sure.
But it would be nice to have a good understanding, everyone on the same page for that conclusion. Nico, look at that shot. Takes AZ out. Good trade, though. I mean, imagine if he got away.
You can't teach that, Alex. There's no...
That's someone else. That's something else.
You can play 15,000 hours of CS and not be able to hit that shot. There's something very special about that kid.
It's in his blood, in his DNA. I mean, look no further than Hunter.
Exactly.
Still, you do have 2 orbs from North. They couldn't have asked for a better shopping list for defending match point right now.
Well, here we go. Round 27. AZ, Yugi, still on the secondary. AWP there. It's going to be the primary sniper holding towards short, and this is more of a default now. FaZe have slowed things down again. So the timeout, they've gone back to the original game plan. Nico not being thrown into those choke points, and he's actually patrolling towards B right now. Molotov at the back of the bomb site, just to flush out a potential sniper there. This is a classic default now from the FaZe side. You can see them covering towards long, middle, tunnels, just waiting to see if the CTs want to push up for that first kill and give themselves an advantage.
Similar responsibilities as per usual. Olofmeister is the one left to his own devices on B as they start to group up as the default usually concludes. Get that info, perhaps get a kill or 2, and then group up, and it looks like they're going to have plenty of support. Flashbangs lined up from Guardian and Neo, or perhaps just Neo. Looks like there's a bit of a miscommunication there, but either way, Olofmeister in the meantime is still juking it out, keeping 2 players busy. Now they start to show face. Kjaerbye is going to be the one to receive them. It's Valda, excuse me. He has to get more than 1. Kjaerbye is first on the scene, but he doesn't get anything. And now another Guardian, Nico. They've found their way into the A site, and Yugi, he's cowering. He's got to find a way. There's no one to boost him up on elevator. He has to accept CT.
Well, the smokes will go down. The double smoke of that. That's awful. There is a gap. They know it as well. They get a cross. Luckily, they get 2 there. Yugi, he blinks. He doesn't hit the shot. It was on a bit of a plate for him. Still a difficult one, but 8 seconds remain. Is the plant coming through? It is. So Guardian, he'll be there with the AWP to protect it, but it's Neo isolated on the bomb site for now, and 2 CTs coming in from short.
AZ's thanking his lucky stars he found an AK. It would have been a double AWP retake otherwise, and now Neo playing towards the ramp. Great shot from Gade. He's trying to keep North in this game. He can't stop Gade. He's fragging up a storm. 3 in this round. Guardian, he misses a shot, an uncharacteristic miss. Now on the bomb, they're defusing. They can't touch it. Sure, he's got a frag. No time. Gade, of course he frags. Of course he defuses. The game goes on. The story, this movie has another 20 minutes left.
Apparently so. 15-12. Oh, that was an exciting round, though. It had everything there. You're right. AZ finding the AK instead of the double AWP, that was a godsend. That was so vital for them to even have a chance in the retake there. It was a scrappy plan just due to the fact that they had 8 seconds remaining. I was like, okay, he's got the bomb down. That should be fine, but he just gets it in the worst possible area for a plant, especially got Guardian down towards long. Sure, he hits the first kill, but if anything, that just confirms his position. They can go for that full defuse. We're going 15-12, ladies and gentlemen. We do get into round number number 28 here. It's just going to take 3 now for North to get us to overtime. And the way they've played this CT side, I would not be surprised if they can make it. FaZe, when they get going on Dust2, it looks fantastic. CT was, you couldn't poke any holes in it whatsoever, but their T side certainly can be kind of a bit dismantled, I would say.
Sure, there are faults, there are flaws, and they can be exploited. That felt like that was it. In my mind, FaZe were about to be, standing up from their chairs, ripping out their earbuds, but Gade had other plans. A huge round, a heroic round from him. And so they cross, and so it starts again. 3-2 split then for the CTs, and well, Nico and his mid-aggression. Henry's been talking about it as a last resort. Perhaps not necessary just yet, but still some bullets thrown in that direction early.
Well then, another slow round. Heavy focus towards middle. 3 players there. It's Guardian with the bomb on his back. He holds the sniper for now. They've still got plenty of money in reserve. Guardian with almost $8,000, so a couple of buys left in them yet. 2 players towards B on the north side. It's going to be Gade and AZ. AZ does not have their secondary orb this time, using the AUG. One of the scariest angles in CSGO to face is that towards double doors from CT side. But what a nade that is, Alex. That's really does a lot of damage. And you have to remember, with the AUGs as well, just those little bits of damage, it enables you to get a one-tap headshots now with the AUG. So those nades are very, very important.
It's a fantastic point, especially considering how powerful angles like this are. When you don't have to try and find the second body shot. 55 seconds. And FaZe still towards spawn. Hesitant, realizing that 3 rounds and you have to do this all over again. Smoke towards CT. Nico's up ahead of it.
The bomb's in middle, but they're 3 towards long.
And Yugi, he's been quiet, but that's a very loud frag. If he finds a second one, this is it. Now, look at the coach. Oh, that's perfect. He's been patting him on the back all game, and he really needed to see that.
It's so good
to
see Yugi wake up here, and AZ finds a key frag. They're keeping their head above water in an emphatic fashion as well. That's a fantastic round. Maybe a little bit too complicated there from FaZe. I'm trying to work out what they were doing there. They had 3 towards long, trying to challenge that position, and then 2 with the bomb out towards middle. Yugi kills 2. If that goes wrong, the round is over. Like I'm working out, they're going to go through CT spawn and go for a split there. They're going to take long. It just seemed like it was an idea they've probably been working on. They're just trying to close out the game in a kind of creative
something
way.
Different, right? If North have done prep, they're never going to have seen X, Y, and Z.
I'm sure, like if I got Yanko explained it to me, he could kind of break that all down. But from what I could see, that was a compromised round with the bombs middle. You got 3 towards long, getting picked off left and right. But either way, 2 to go now. Final buy here for FaZe. If we lose this round, we're pretty much guaranteed overtime.
Well, with that stage set, let's strap ourselves in. North. They came into the second half with 3 rounds and now find themselves at 13. 2 teams with spectacular defenses, and now it's a question of who can attack better. Perhaps we won't have that answer, or perhaps FaZe are about to give it to us. Yugi, can you do it again? You can, and Mythic would be proud. Those pats have not gone unanswered.
Yeah, it's just so perfect. The fact that he's just been so quiet, the AWP, throughout this, even in the first half of this map, just when they need him to arrive, he's nailing every single shot. He's saving them. He's bailing them out of rounds. He's got them another advantage here on the most important round of them all, really.
The entire series.
The one that's going to break FaZe Clan and enable them to take this to overtime. 5 versus 4, 4 players towards short for FaZe. They have all of their utility. This will be the execution with smokes down, I assume, on the crossover to block vision from Yugi. He's got to come through. Not quite. The flashes will, though. They're not great. He still has a great chance to actually shut them down. They haven't crossed at all. They're all a little cuddle on CT spawn.
Oh, and Kiyurbi gets the better of him. Olof just walked straight past him. Now Yugi holding the angle. Guardian's so quick. I don't think he even saw him. Valda, he's going to be the first on the scene. He's been spotted, he's been called, but he still connects onto Guardian's head. 30 seconds. Neo and Nico, they have to try and get this bomb down, but they're not in a rush. The CTs are close, they're exposed. Easy catches one. It would have to be the 1v2. And it continues. We play on 15-14. And the Danes find their voices. They've been quiet all day.
That's such an insane finish as well. Woo! Nico in the 2 versus 1. You feel like he's going to nail that first shot, but North, they're keeping up with him now. They've found a level that matches his.
The sweaty palms and the hot skin. FaZe are feeling it now, I'm telling you.
Oh, that was a lovely shot from Guardian as well. Frustrating scene. So like I said, money's running thin. They do not have the AWP. Olof Meister with the UMP here. 4 players committed towards the B side of the map. Are they going for the dribble play, Alex? We've been calling it out all game. You named it. You've coined it that.
He's going to walk out dry. He's thinking about it. Edging further, tries to catch Gade, and tries to catch AZ. Not like this. Gade, you've got to do something. I need more than one. Rain gone, they're all stacked up. Nade's gonna lock out his teammates. He's still unknown. He's using the smoke perfectly, just trying to survive. It's a game of survival, not necessarily damage. Here comes Yerby, just jumps over the bricks. No. It looks like 15. They had everything. They had the sight. Gates just cuddling himself in the smoke, and we're off to overtime.
This is one of the best games of the tournament so far, and I do not say that lightly. What an amazing comeback from North. FaZe had this one tied up, just had to put the bow on it, Alex. It was all done, it was honestly all packaged up.
I'd rather have it without the bow, you know? I don't need it, just...
Oh, God, that's such an advantage in terms of the mentality now for North. They remain on the CT side, and we'll see if FaZe have anything now left in the tank. You could see the strategy starting to dwindle towards the end of it. Their Dust2 playbook, CT side, great. T side, they do run out of gas quite quickly if things go wrong for them. The final play was the B contact. They got the first kill, but Gates stayed alive for so long to save the day.
And Kirby, I'd love to see how on earth he got there, just charged straight towards bricks. Anyway, let me catch my breath, and let me tell you that it continues.
He's done it again.
Neo versus Valdo at long, an infamous story of reloads and pushes. What's Guardian holding here? Couple of CTs to just slip under his crosshair. And a 3-2 split, similar to that of FaZe for this setup. Neo, he can't gather any ground. If they're asking him to do it, it's an impossibility at this point. Perhaps going to rejoin them towards short. Looks like he's going to have to concede that. Dead silence. It's familiar territory for FaZe, straight back into the T side. The T side that they are now very unhappy with. They have to do it again in overtime. MR3, if you're unfamiliar.
They are faking this mid-split, by the way. They are trying to suggest that it's going to be a mid-play. They've got 4 players towards short. Nico getting in towards spawn. It's Yugi to be tested once again, but he is part of flying colors almost every facet of this second half. We'll see if he can find another frag here. It has to be the flick. Not going to happen. Rain gets the first. Nico patrolling CT spawn. That sneak through middle has led him to this position. It's a strong one at that. Wow. This is much better for FaZe. Guaranteed round now. And there we have it. 5-on-1. Valda can do nothing.
It's so brutal when those flashes just keep catching Yugi. I know that that's the position you have to be in when you're resided to holding the cross.
Yeah.
But FaZe just can lock him out so easily. I mean, it's just flash, flash, and then it's a question mark. They can have dropped, they could be low, they can be high. Not going to hit the flick this time. That's 16 for FaZe, and they break finally. And we start with a bang. Start as they started. I mean, it's 12-3 halves for both teams.
Wait for the fireworks, Alex.
Oh dear.
I don't want to ruin the surprise, but we have got something quite spicy coming into the next round here. It's an overtime special, a Dust2 classic. We are going to see the auto sniper come out. Can it find the kill? Not quite. No damage done. You do get 16k MR3, so you will see a bit of that in this overtime procedure. Smokes down towards long. That's from the CT to enable them to cross over towards the pit. Guardian now battling through the flames. Doesn't take too much damage. He sits. Oh, what a play that is.
He's found a way
if
to
this works out, then this is sick. This is sick. He's actually nailed that. That's such an amazing play from Guardian. Sure, it's only 1 kill, but Valda had no idea that was even possible.
He figured that out so quickly. He just you could see the glance, like, I think there's a safe corner here. That was it. Valda gone. Experience prevails. That's twice we've seen that, talked about it. All off first. And now Guardian, this is why this is such a star-studded roster, but my goodness, have they been tested by North. Homework has paid off for the Danes, perhaps not in this round, though. AZ, he's met Guardian.
Still a chance in the round, but hope dwindling here. 2-0 looking very likely, but Yugi's towards short, AWP in hand. Needs to find multiple kills here. This is not a multi-frag position. If he gets one, he will be traded out straight away. Here comes the first. And
unless they line up, Henry tagged the other one.
What the hell?
And he's got it! And he's got away!
All right.
Do you want to just stop talking? Should we just
maybe.
take the headset off, maybe?
Nothing makes sense at this point. That's so wild. He's even got 2 kills there. The fact he lines them up, it's the fact he gets the collateral there that dissuades the second player from going for the trade. It saves him.
And I thought this was 17. I was preparing. I was thinking about what I was going to say. 17 for FaZe Clan now was the plan. Perhaps not. Guardian's left alone. He won't find his 28th. Yugi has woken up. I was about to say finally, like I was some sort of crazy North fan, but just for this wild story that's unfolding before us, seeing Yugi come online makes this oh so sweet. A very quiet series. Certainly in the AWP department, Mirage, he was shut down completely because of the FaZe Clan prowess, and this time that was so close to being a double.
So he should be swinging. That second player, that is a mistake. I'm sorry. The fact that you even got tagged, you need to go around and commit to that. You have to go around and take down Yugi there. That's the only way you're going to get that trade. He's got the AWP, right? You have the advantage.
But surely, Muscle, you get tagged and you're pushing with 2. Your
no,
reaction
absolutely.
is let my teammate take it. He perhaps doesn't realize that Nico's gone down with him.
It was a nuts play. It was like, that's like a perfect storm right there. That's the only way Yugi survives that encounter. It's so nuts.
If we were doing a choose your own adventure book, that's the one option you could have chosen to actually advance.
You had to roll like an 18 there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that was wonderful. Well done.
And from D20 to D2.
Oh,
Let's
there
continue.
you go. You got the reference.
You. I'm
nice.
here.
You got
I'm
it.
here. I'm alert. This is quite the overtime, quite the game. Double AWPs have been picked up from North. We've seen success with the AWP in the hands of FaZe. Of course, retakes became a problem, and Rain, not only did he get collateraled in the round prior, now he's caught a nade on the nose. Collateraled. Not sure how I feel about that. Can I just scrap that one from the vocabulary?
Yeah, we can. We'll edit it out in the VOD.
I do love post-production.
It is going to be the final round here of the first half of overtime. I can't even believe we got here, but I'm very glad we did. The fireworks that are being displayed right now is just not something you see every day in a CS game. This is really quite the spectacle. Towards middle we go. Kiabi challenging with the AK-47.
Wild blind, no less. He's tagged them up, but he committed to the swing despite doing a full flashbang dance. And okay, never mind. That round ends in a flurry of frags. 4 seconds pass, and well, maybe Yugi's going to shut me up just a little bit. Catches Nico on some aggression through the smoke, but that should be about it. Guardians in a lovely little surprise around the corner. And that's the end of that. FaZe Clan. Whew, yeah, I actually saw, in perfect sync with you, Olof legitimately wiping the sweat from his brow, and that's just testament to how hard they're going to have to work. North, they are making FaZe Clan sweat.
Well, that's much better from FaZe, because obviously when the regulation ends, Yanko gets 2 minutes to chime in there and really discuss what happened on that T-side instead of 30-second bursts. They didn't have the perfect half, but they got 2 on the board. That is great, considering how regulation went for them in the terrorist side. That's fine. They're going to be very happy with that. We know how strong their CT forces are. 1 round now to get series points again. If they get the first here, they've got 2 lives to close it out again. But they have to obviously get there. A lot of pressure on the line now. Good long spawn again. We'll see if Yugi wants to take it. He will have AZ in front of him. Will they bounce a flash off? They will indeed. And the smokes as well to extinguish the Molotov. This is looking good. And the AWP has made its way out. They've done this pretty cleanly. They take a little bit of damage, but so far so good.
There's a lot of control. Nice and early on, and the utility was thrown, but no body stuck around. Actually, that responsibility's been left entirely with Nico on that secondary AWP, a very potent double AWP.
We've had 5 kills in overtime from Guardian alone. Just to kick things off, just to show like how much impact he's having. He's doing everything he can on that T side. Those 3 rounds played, he gets 5 big kills with the AWP.
He's actually gone holding an aggressive line in B tunnels with his AWP, which is going to free up Olofmeister to go mid, be that first rotator once the calls come in. It's a big move because retaking for Guardian is going to be a nightmare should they hit A. He's counting on his teammates as well. Still long for North and not much more.
Very slow and methodical approach towards long here. Yugi will hold the platform with the AWP as his teammates get ready. They're going to try and go for the surprise play. The double smoker crossover, pounds the site, and it's Neo waiting. The best player they could hope for, but Rain towards short. He's way too powerful. Neo does get the job done with the AUG, and now they have a 4-on-2 advantage. AZ, though, taking care of business. He brings it back to a winnable situation. Molotov towards short, but the bomb's down. It couldn't be in a worse spot.
It was on Yugi. Doesn't quite. It's a very hard shot to hit. It does require the reaction speeds. No, not again, but that enables him to get the bomb across, and he hits the shot on Guardian. He knows there's another CT. 1 long, Rain's quick, and the nade is even quicker. Doesn't let the bomb go down. Yanko's feeling the testosterone. We've got ourselves 18-16. FaZe on match point, series point, upper bracket, round 3 point.
Exactly. All the points, basically. Good point.
Did I steal all the points?
You made a very good point.
Thanks.
So
the point.
It's going to be 2 lives. Like we said, if FaZe won the first there, they now just need 1 more round to close this out. North will need 2 clean to get to double overtime. It's a massive advantage for FaZe. We know their CD side is strong, and that's why we said 2 rounds on the first half of overtime. That was huge. Gade will take the long spawn here. Same approach again. They made their way out, and he takes a nade in the face, but he's still continuing with his approach, wants to get through these smokes.
Taking a leap out of Nico's book. Can't quite find the double that Nico did, and well, Nico, he's familiar with how that one plays out. Catches AZ with his AWP long range. North, just 3 members of their unit now control their fate. Valda Kyobi and Yugi. This is big from Valda. Patience rewarded as Neo goes wide and shuts him down before the smoke does fade. Guardian's aggression through B isn't going to necessarily catch the tail of Kyobi. Look at this. That's huge.
He's not out the woods.
Certainly not. No scope from Guardian. No fear. 2v2.
2 AWPs on the CT side here, both at the CT ramp. This is not ideal. But if ever 2 players are going to pull this one off, Nico and Guardian, they might be able to fight their way out of it. Boosting Nico up onto the site here. Doesn't overcommit, doesn't need too much information. Just wants to hold the A site, allow Guardian to fall back towards middle.
Oh, this is actually going to work out quite perfectly. FaZe, they've got a firm grasp of how this one can play out. I think Valda got across before Nico had a look, but it's Guardian, excuse me, has rotated off to be a site apiece. Yugi's trying to fake A. He's trying to. It's working. Look at that. That's enough. The knife is out, and Valda's in.
He's going to make noise. Guardian might not necessarily hear him cross, but he is going to hear the plant.
He's not planting safe.
I think it goes down regardless.
And Guardian, he doesn't want to scope. He doesn't want to make a noise.
Oh
Valda's
my
going to
God.
cross. He has no idea. And Guardian, he's going to probably smoke defuse. That's it. That's GG. It ends in a harrowing loss. Hands off the keyboard for Yugi. He has to accept it. It's all gone, but such hard work. FaZe prevail and stay in the upper bracket.
Really excellent game of Counter-Strike there. You could see every single player on the server tested. You can see how invested they were as well. Gutting for North. They had a great run so far in the tournament. Not out of it, but this was such a great chance to get straight into towards that playoff. And it will be FaZe closing things out, but that was not a comfortable victory in Dust2 in the end after an